Welcome to the world of powerful wood splitters that tear through massive logs with absolute precision. This is where machines reign over the forest timber. Subscribe now to experience raw, satisfying power. Welcome to Woodpath channel. The powerful Alpha 6 splitter is breaking through massive red oak logs before it. The enormous log is lifted steadily and securely by the machine's cradle, ready for processing. A skilled man pushes the wood firmly onto the cradle, then slowly lowers the control lever. Each movement of the lever is deliberate and confident, gradually driving the log towards the splitting blade. The machine operates at a slow but steady and decisive pace. The sharp splitting blade begins its work, slicing through sections of the log with a crisp, metallic sound echoing in the air. Every split showcases strength and precision, effortlessly breaking apart the tough fibers of the red oak. Though the process is slow, it delivers absolute efficiency, producing evenly sized pieces ready for the next stage of processing. Spalt-fast lift, steel claws, the power to split oak. Amidst a scattered pile of oak logs, the Bi-Stingy Spalt-fast lift stands out with its sturdy gripping claws made of thick steel and a powerful clamping force. The claws open wide, fully enveloping a large oak log, then slowly tighten like an unyielding iron hand. The operator gently lifts the log and precisely positions it for splitting. Once the claws hold firm, a strong pushing force drives the log into the splitting blade, cleaving the tough oak trunk into even, square sections. Each piece falls onto the yard, ready for the next processing step. The Spalt-fast lift is more than just a splitter. It combines the flexibility of the gripping claws with the strength of the splitting blade, making it an optimized machine for handling heavy oak processing tasks. The two-tier wood splitter stands silently at the edge of the log yard, rugged, raw, and undeniably powerful. There's no advanced automation here, no modern operator cab, just pure mechanical force, ready to break down any log that comes its way. A man steps forward, carrying a heavy log in both hands. He places it onto the steel push bed, then steps back and grips the manual control lever. With one decisive pull, a hydraulic ram, like a steel fist, shoots forward, slamming the log directly into the waiting splitting blade. In an instant, the log is torn apart, split cleanly into multiple pieces. The cracking of wood rings out sharply, while the fragments fall neatly within the machine's steel frame. No need for high-speed motors, just a single, forceful stroke. Brutal, precise, and effective. This two-level splitter, though simple in design, stands as a testament to raw mechanical strength where man and metal work in perfect sync, turning solid timber into firewood with sheer force. On a golden afternoon, under soft sunlight, a woman stands beside a specialty firewood splitter designed for cherry wood. Her hand firmly on the control lever, she operates the machine with steady precision. Sturdy chunks of cherry wood are fed into the splitting blade. At times, the blade struggles to cut through the tough timber, producing sharp whistles and noticeable resistance. The woman quickly steps in, gently freeing logs stuck on the splitter blade, assisting the machine to keep the process smooth. This scene shows the seamless cooperation between human and machine, bathed in warm sunlight, crafting an efficient and lively workday.
Man, this Brute Force 1424 made quick work of those 2 cherry logs. We have about half a tote here. The good thing about cherry is that since it's a specialty wood, we can sell it for probably $40 for 50 pieces, which is almost double what we sell for oak. But I know the barbecue guys in our area here are going to be super happy that we're selling this stuff, so I can't wait for them to come and pick it up. If you guys are in the market for a firewood processor, I highly recommend you check out all the models that Brute Force offers. You'll find a link in the description below this video. And as always, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for future videos. We'll see you on the next one.
At an open timber yard bathed in early sunlight, golden rays cascade over stacks of logs piled high. A gentle breeze stirs the treetops, carrying with it the earthy scent of fresh wood and sawdust. In one corner of the yard, a woman methodically places each log in front of a crude yet powerful splitting blade. The splitter growls to life as the rotating shaft engages, driving forward with relentless force. In an instant, the sharpened steel slices cleanly through the log, sending 2 even halves tumbling to either side. Nearby, several others are hard at work. One operates a forklift moving timber, another stacks split wood into tidy rows, each action sinking into a steady rhythm of labor. Beneath the rough exterior of the machine lies a hidden thread, a moment of distraction, a careless brush of the hand, and the consequences could be severe. In this space, where mechanical strength meets human precision, each split marks not just the cutting of wood, but a delicate balance between power and caution. The Landmax Harvester 400 wood processor operates like a machine from the future. One by one, heavy logs are fed into its core, where a circular steel blade begins its relentless task. The screech of metal biting into wood echoes across the surroundings, a powerful testament to raw mechanical force. Each cut is deliberate, measured with surgical precision, as if orchestrated by an unseen hand. Once the logs are trimmed to size, the hydraulic system takes over, pushing the wood forward with an unwavering, powerful motion. The freshly cut log meets the cold, V-shaped splitting wedge, and in an instant, the timber is cracked cleanly into multiple pieces. The result, uniform, consistent with segments, split with mathematical accuracy. No hesitation, no waste. Just pure mechanical excellence in motion. The Landmax Harvester 400 is more than just a wood processor. It is a symbol of productivity, precision, and cutting-edge forestry engineering, where man and machine work together to tame nature with intelligence, control, and power. Its engine hums to life, exhaling thick white plumes that mix with the morning fog. A log of frozen pine, dense and cold as stone, rests in position under the steel wedge. The operator, bundled against the cold, reaches for the control lever. Boom. The first strike of the hardened wedge. The frozen grain of the wood resists for a moment, then splits with a sharp crack, like ice breaking on a frozen lake. Two halves fall into the snow, sending a mist of white powder and wood chips into the air. The machine doesn't rest. One log after another is fed in. The hydraulic arm drives downward, again and again. Crack, crack, crack. A relentless rhythm, the heartbeat of a machine born to conquer timber in the harshest of seasons. No music plays here. Only the sound of diesel, the grind of metal, and the snapping of frozen wood echoing through the skeletal forest. In this brutal cold, The SMF-9T is a symbol of power, endurance, and precision, unshaken, unyielding. In a humble yard setup, a homemade vertical log splitter stands quietly at work, a vivid testament to human ingenuity and craftsmanship. There are no automated arms or high-tech conveyors here. Instead, a large upright splitting blade is mounted vertically, powered by a basic electric or hydraulic motor. The operator carefully places each log directly under the blade, then uses his hands to rotate the log manually after each split. With every precise turn, a fresh face of the wood is presented to the blade, and the splitter delivers a clean, powerful strike. The rhythm between man and machine unfolds in harmony. Blade strikes, hand turns, wood cracks, position adjusts, and strike again. The air echoes with the crack of splitting wood, the low hum of the motor, and the dry scent of freshly exposed timber. This is more than just splitting wood. It's a dance of manual skill and simple mechanics, where every split reveals the operator's persistence, control, and experience. Homemade firewood processor, dust-covered, worn down, but splitting wood with the confidence of a machine built to endure. It's not shiny. There's no polished steel or glossy paint, just a rugged, homemade splitter standing quietly at the job site, caked in sawdust, with chips, and the marks of countless working hours. Its frame is scratched, its rollers rusted, but the sliding table still runs smooth, like the heartbeat of an old, seasoned craftsman. Pre-cut logs are placed on the tray. The feed mechanism kicks in clack, and the log glides forward toward the splitting blade. No theatrics, just one decisive stroke, and the log bursts cleanly into evenly sized chunks. The sound is solid, no nonsense, a clear message. I still work. And I work well. It's not pretty, but it's effective. Not new, but reliable. This machine carries the time, sweat, and ingenuity of its maker, a true symbol of labor, creativity, and enduring toughness. Amid the steady growl of the engine and the scent of fresh oak, a woman stands beside the Wolf Ridge Pro 28C, a beast of a machine clad in solid black steel. She wears protective gloves and earmuffs, not just for safety, but like armor for a skilled warrior at work. With a smooth motion, she pushes the control lever forward. Instantly, the hydraulic ram kicks into action, driving a solid log toward the razor-sharp wedge. Snap! The oak splits in half, then into quarters, then eighths. In mere seconds, neat firewood pieces tumble down, landing in a growing pile. In a vast lumber yard, the brute force 24 to 30 firewood processor roars endlessly, its mechanical breaths blending with the operator's rapid breathing. Massive, rough logs, heavy and rugged, are slowly fed onto the razor-sharp blade. The operator lowers the control lever, and instantly, the saw blade drops like a cold steel sword, delivering a swift, clean, and merciless cut. The freshly cut log section falls precisely into place and is immediately pushed forward, where powerful presses split the trunk into slender, sharp strips like steel arrows. The machine's roar echoes, mingling with the crackling and crashing sounds of wood, composing a dramatic mechanical symphony. The small wooden strips then silently slide onto the conveyor belt, smoothly moving toward the collection area, piling up into a mighty mountain of timber. Occasionally, when encountering large, straight, and stubborn logs that resist processing, the man swiftly intervenes, adjusting positions or clearing jams by hand, ensuring the machine runs smoothly without interruption. This seamless collaboration between mechanical power and human skill forms a relentless, powerful rhythm, a process of tireless, intense perseverance. The iron and oak log splitter, 37-ton, equipped with a powerful Honda GX 270 engine, stands proudly in the middle of the yard, brand new and gleaming under the sunlight. Its fresh paint and mechanical scent still linger in the air. A man stands beside it, operating the machine with care and rhythm, each movement aligned with the steady, reliable pace of this solid piece of machinery. He gently maneuvers the control lever, positioning each log precisely for the blade to do its work. The machine can be used both horizontally and vertically. Horizontal mode for heavier, hard-to-lift logs, and vertical mode for massive upright logs that don't need to be raised. This adaptability allows it to handle a wide range of log sizes and weights with ease. Delivering a crushing force of 37 tons, the iron and oak doesn't just split wood, it cleaves through the grain with authority and precision, making it a powerhouse for firewood preparation and serious wood processing tasks. In the quiet atmosphere of a wood yard, the Growy GSW 17K log splitter works steadily, without fuss. Compact and straightforward in design, this machine is equipped with a single splitting wedge, yet it packs enough force to tackle even tough hardwood. The operator carefully places a round log onto the support bed. With a light push of the control lever, the hydraulic ram slowly drives the log forward toward the sharp steel wedge. The blade sinks cleanly into the grain, and within seconds, the log splits neatly into two halves along a precise line. Each split echoes with a short, solid crack. Once the split is complete, the operator pulls the lever back, the ram retracts, and the system is ready for the next round. The process repeats with rhythmic consistency, not rushed, but steady and reliable. Despite having a single wedge, the Growy GSW 17K delivers accurate, efficient, and safe splitting performance. It's a simple but captivating scene. Logs being halved one by one, the scent of fresh cut wood in the air, and sunlight glinting off the polished steel edge. This is the essence of a compact hydraulic splitter: quiet strength, trusted performance. The Multitech 1620 SS, model year 2012, roars to life like a steel beast awakened. Its powerful hydraulic arm lowers with precision, gripping the heavy log in an iron embrace. In a flash, the circular saw, sharp as a razor, screams through the air and slices the thick log cleanly, without hesitation. Immediately, the cut section is driven into the splitting chamber. Their cross-shaped steel wedges show no mercy. They drive through the wood with brutal force, splitting it in halves, quarters, and more, transforming raw timber into uniform firewood. Each crack resounds like bone snapping, echoing through the workshop, dry, powerful, and unrelenting. It all happens in seconds, precise, relentless, efficient. The Multitech 1620 SS is more than a machine. It is a symbol of mechanical dominance, a purpose-built firewood processor that never stops. The log splitter moves as if pre-programmed. Each section of wood is cut cleanly, each billet split with rhythmic precision. Everything flows in perfect sync, no rush, no hesitation. It's as if the machine understands its purpose, executing each phase with methodical calm and mechanical grace. No instructions needed, no pauses, just a continuous flow of work, carried by the quiet authority of steel and engine. Under the bright industrial yard sunlight, the Beaver Equipment 1200mm firewood processor is operating with tremendous force. With its heavy-duty build and integrated cutting and splitting system, this machine is a true mechanical beast built to handle massive logs with speed and precision. Long logs are loaded onto the conveyor bed, where a firm gripping mechanism holds them in place and pushes them directly toward the massive 1200mm circular saw blade. The blade spins at high speed, screaming through the wood, slicing each log. Splitting wood in the snow, Easton-made and old processors. In the quiet stillness of a snowy field, the Easton-made firewood processor hums gently. There's no shouting, no struggle, just the rhythmic sound of hydraulics and the satisfying crack of wood breaking in the crisp winter air. A man, bundled in thick layers, walks calmly to the loading platform. A hydraulic lift raises a heavy log, letting it roll into position with little effort. With a flick of the control lever, the circular saw slices cleanly through the log, smooth and sharp. The hydraulic ram slides forward, pushing the fresh cut into the splitting wedge. In a single motion, the steel blade drops and divides the wood into perfect segments, almost like clockwork. No heavy lifting, no wasted energy. The machine works like a seasoned woodsman, turning a once tough chore into an effortless dance of steel and timber. Split firewood glides down the conveyor, stacking neatly in the snow, precision wrapped in frost. The extreme wood-cutting machine, a heavy-duty firewood processor, roars to life at the heart of a bustling timber yard. The air is thick with the scent of fresh-cut wood, sawdust, and hydraulic oil. Steel claws from the machine's hydraulic arms clamp down tightly on a massive log, powerful, mechanical hands with no need for rest. The sharp metal teeth bite deep into the bark. With slow but unstoppable force, the arm hoists the trunk forward and aligns it precisely at the cutting point. Suddenly, the circular saw ignites with a high-pitched whine. The engine growls beneath it as the blade tears into the wood. In one fluid motion, the saw slices clean through, and an explosion of sawdust erupts, spraying outward in golden arcs under the morning sun. Fine particles dance in the air before settling over the ground like dry snow. The freshly cut section is then thrust forward into the splitter, a crossblade of hardened steel. With a powerful hydraulic shove, the wood cracks apart into several evenly sized chunks. A sharp, splintering crack echoes out as the log fractures. Even before the split wood hits the chute, the next section is already in position. Grab, cut, split, repeat. The cycle continues relentlessly, log after log, in a mechanical ballet of precision and brute force. It's an awe-inspiring spectacle. Engineering and raw power fuse together, transforming whole trees into firewood in a matter of seconds. This is not just a machine. It's an industrial beast, efficient, unforgiving, and built for dominance. McAllister MVLS 3008T, 8 tons of splitting force in every stroke. Sunlight falls over the wood yard where a man stands, arms wrapped around a heavy oak log. With steady steps, he places the log onto the base of the McAllister MVLS 3008T, a solid, dark gray machine, its polished steel ram and V-shaped splitting wedge gleaming with quiet authority. He pulls the control lever. Instantly, the 8-ton hydraulic ram begins its forward push, pressing the log firmly into the wedge. The oak lets out a sharp crack, then splits cleanly, first in 2, then in 4, each split symmetrical, strong, and satisfying. The machine doesn't roar, it hums and hisses, then falls silent as the task is done. Again, the man bends down, wraps his arms around another log. Together, man and machine form a rhythm, turning dense oak into stacks of precise firewood blocks. In the middle of a wide-open log yard, the Easton-made 48C wood splitter stands firm, fixed in place like a central processing station. Though immobile, inside this rugged frame lies a powerful hydraulic system running at full industrial strength. Seated in a compact operator station, a man calmly oversees the entire process with just a few lever pulls and button presses. One by one, large logs are advanced into the cutting section. The high-powered saw blade drops with lightning speed, slicing each log into segments. Immediately, the wood chunks are forced into a multi-way splitting wedge, where immense pressure splits them cleanly into uniform firewood pieces within seconds. But the system doesn't stop there. An automated outfeed conveyor lifts the finished wood pieces and transports them to the rear of the machine, stacking them steadily into a growing mountain of firewood. Log after log, the pile rises, a visible measure of the machine's relentless pace and productivity. The Easton-made 48C isn't just a splitter. It's a dependable powerhouse that transforms tough manual labor into a fully mechanized, efficient operation. At a small wood yard bathed in late afternoon sunlight, a homemade log splitter and wood brusher machine works diligently. Though rustic in appearance, the machine is solidly built and combines two functions: splitting logs and brushing wood surfaces using a rotating drum or bristle mechanism. With a firm pull on the control lever, the operator activates the entire system. The hydraulic push drives the log hard into the horizontal splitting blade, cracking the wood cleanly in half. The split pieces are then fed into the brushing unit, where bark, dust, and debris are quickly swept away, revealing clean, smooth wood. The air fills with a blend of engine hum, cracking wood, and the steady whirl of the brushing drum, a vivid scene of handmade machinery at work in a lively, practical lumber yard.